Let me ask you a question today. Have you met every performance deadline, met every metric, and still felt hollow? Think about it. Your question would be that we all are thinking about that, and yes, we still felt hollow. You are not alone. In fact, you are exactly what today's systems are designed to produce: optimized, productive, and quietly unwell. You must have felt like your soul never received the memo that you were succeeding. Let me tell you, we live in a world today where our systems are more intelligent than ever before. We build brilliant software. We harness AI to automate, streamline, forecast, and scale. We create seamless platforms that make complexity look effortless. And yes, despite all this progress, we are seeing a shift. Many professionals feel disengaged not because their systems are broken, but because missing something really important. They are missing something that makes us human. They are missing human empathy, the warmth of real relationships, the meaning behind the data. This isn't an attack on technology. In fact, this is the complete opposite. This is a celebration of its potential when paired with human empathy. I remember that week where everything I worked on was technically a win. Fast deployments, productive meetings, every metric tracked on every dashboard. And post that week, when I sat down to analyze it, I still felt that I just skimmed the surface. Like I sprinted across my day, but never truly arrived. Like the heart of my work had been left behind somewhere between emails and the KPI dashboards. And at that moment, it wasn't about burnouts, it wasn't about broken systems. It was that gut punch realization that how easy it is to confuse momentum with meaning. Let me introduce a metaphor that I've come to rely on. Are the systems that we are using today mirrors or windows? Mirrors reflect what's already present in there: speed, output, efficiency. But windows let the light in. Windows make things that actually make us feel more human. Windows gives us perspective. Windows let us see far and beyond our direct vision. And that is the nature of Windows. They let us see the world beyond our immediate view. But unfortunately, all the systems, all the AI that we are using today, they are hyper realistic mirrors. They are reflecting optimization, speed, efficiency, productivity, but cutting out the important thing that makes us human, the human empathy. They're cutting it out so that we are just focusing on working, and not thinking that we are humans too. Today, we need more windows. Here's where it gets real. Let me give you two stats so that you think more deeply about it. According to a 2023 report, 59% of employees in a high performance company felt they were feeling disconnected from the purpose. Think about it. In the high performance companies, 59%, more than half of the people are feeling that they are feeling disconnected from the purpose. Why is it so? The answer is because they have learned to win within a system that really stops and asks, was this win really worth it? In another study, 60% of remote professionals said that they feel seen more by data rather than by people. Think about this. They are humans, they are not invisible, right? But they are not truly seen. We have platforms that predict customer behaviors with stunning accuracy, with stunning integrity, but struggle to notice when a team member is quietly unraveling behind a glowing screen. Imagine that dark room, a person sitting in front of a laptop with a glowing screen, alone and feeling burnt out. It is just because he is not getting the thing that makes him human. He's not having those real relationships to support him during that point of time. And the systems that work with us today, they should do that task. because any which ways, the humans are the ones who are going to get productive. This is actually a paradox. We have been never more connected, and we have been never more alone. Optimization speaks in numbers, speed, accuracy, productivity. But there's another dimension to it: joy, trust, integrity, purpose. These things don't show up on any dashboard. But let me be honest, these things, if they don't show up on any dashboard, that doesn't mean that they don't value or they're not worth it. But they are the ones that change everything that is in those dashboards. They are the ones behind those every dashboard, every metric in that dashboard. Let me take a pause here. I have to tell you something before I move ahead. I have a confession to make. I love AI. In fact, I do. I help build systems, I use them, I thrive on logic, structure, and elegant automation. But here's what I've learned, often the hard way. When we forget that this technology is here to serve people, we end up designing systems that flatten them. We build softwares that remove friction and accidentally removes feeling. We automate human decisions, and in doing so, erase human context. But I've also seen the opposite. I have seen an AI that frees up a loan officer from hours of data entry to focus on something that they do the best: building trust, serving members, cultivating those real relationships. That is the future I believe in. Not AI instead of people, but AI with people. An AI that makes us be more human, not less. What would it look like to build systems that support, not suppress, our humanity? Imagine this: a platform that doesn't just makes us faster, but makes the connections deeper, where the experience isn't just fast, it's fulfilling. Here's the moment that reminded me why this matters. I watched multiple officers, multiple executives light up, not because they saved time on an application, they saved time on a process, but they used that time to talk to a member who was going through something real. That member didn't just need a service, they didn't just need a loan. They needed reassurance, they needed guidance, they needed someone present, they needed a soul. People consider soul as mysticism. Soul isn't mysticism, it's your inner compass. That compass that tells you this is right and this is real. And that is what needs to do. That is what needs to change. We can design for presence, we can design for everything that makes us human, but we cannot make those systems human. Those systems cannot be human. We need to build systems for partnerships between human and the tools that we use, the tools that we are building. They should work in sync. They should be in a partnership algorithm. I work in AI. I build softwares, I help build softwares, and I can tell you with full integrity, I can tell you with full support that AI or the systems are not evil. The difference is these systems are actually indifference. They're actually indifference to the nuance. They're actually indifference to the things that makes us human. The goal in today's world shouldn't be efficiency at all costs. It should be alignment at full depth. Let me tell you a question so that you can take it along. What are we optimizing for? Because when the answer includes purpose, meaning, dignity, and not productivity, we are actually reaching that point that makes us human. Next time, let me tell you, next time when you think about building a system, next time when you think about building or purchasing or using a system, never only ask, is it fast? Always ask another question that makes us human. Ask, is this human? And if the answer isn't yet, that's your cue. We need to build systems that work for us, not work against us. The systems that work with us, not replace us. And that is the future I believe in, and that is the future I want you all to believe in. And think that these systems are working for us rather than we working for these systems. The final line that I would like to give you here is the systems are not meant to listen to you by default. The systems are a set of rules and logics that work together. They're not meant to listen to you by default. They actually listen when someone speaks up, and that someone be you. Thank you.